What's going on, everybody? My name is Rico. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my channel is about vlogs, series and tutorials. And in this episode I'm going to show you guys how to create something extraordinary out of something ordinary. Right, so this video is all about capturing a photo and capturing a great composition. I'm using a Panasonic GX1. It's an old camera that I've bought with the lens that I'm currently shooting on. It's a 12-32 Panasonic lens. The lens that I've got on it is a Leica 12-60 millimeters. In full frame that will be 24-120 millimeters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to take creative photos using the same camera and lens. One of the things that people tend to do is they shoot from eye level like this, or maybe shoot from the waist level like this if they've got a flip out screen, or they just take a random pic. I want to show you guys how you can really create something unique by using different kinds of angles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it on 12 millimeters right now. I'm going to take an image. So I want to take an image of the branches over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take an image like this. It's kind of funny. This camera doesn't have an EVF. I'm used to it because the Panasonic GH5 has, but I can only look on the screen on this one. So I've taken an image. Here's the result of this image. It's very dull. It doesn't say anything. Now let me take one from closer by. So I'm going to walk towards the branches. Spider webs all over. And now I'm going to take one from the waist. So let me make a great composition. Take the photo. There we have it. That's the result of that photo. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to make something great out of this. So I saw a cobweb over there and I want to zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to put it on 25 millimeters. That's 50 millimeters in full frame. And I'm really going to go near the cobweb. And let me see if I can get it on the photo. There we have it. Now let me take a picture. And there you go. That already looks a lot more interesting than just a photo of the branches. I'm going to take another one on 50 millimeters or 25 millimeters because it's a micro four thirds. So let's see. Let's find ourselves a great composition. And the good thing about these branches is that they kind of act as leading lines. And I'm going to show you guys how that looks. So I'm going to use the branches to just photograph something over there. There we go. And now what I want to do is, I saw a couple of ferns over here. So let me just get in close. Maybe change it a little bit. A nice foreground bokeh. And then a nice background bokeh. I like how this looks. So that's how you can make a photo much more interesting by going close by or further away. At least if you just shoot it at like 12 millimeters, it's very wide. It's usually used at landscape photography. And now you saw that you've got one setting over here and you take an image and it doesn't really say anything, but then you go closer by, you change the focal length of your lens and suddenly the image becomes a lot more interesting to look at. Now there's another thing that I've done. What I've done is I've brought some props with me. So here's a Jeep that I used to play with as a kid, and I'm going to use this as a prop to make the scene look even more interesting. So let me get set up and I'll be right back. So here we have the first scene with the Jeep. Let me take a photo. There you go. And that already looks a lot more interesting if you ask me. There's another thing that I want to show you guys, because I'm going to use this object, and what I'm going to do is there's a couple of ways that you can take a photograph, but if you want to make this smaller you have to shoot from a top. If you want to make it bigger, you have to shoot from low. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So I'm just going to place the Jeep here again. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place it, oh, it's driving away. What I'm going to do is, if I take a photo from an angle like this, the Jeep looks very, very small. And if I take a photo from down below, like this, suddenly the Jeep looks a lot bigger. And that has to do with how the angle is. I like how this looks. So another thing that I can show you guys is if I grab this Jeep and I put it sideways, and if I take a photo with 12 millimeters, it kind of looks a little bit distorted. Now watch what happens if I put it on 18 millimeters, so that's like 36 millimeters in full frame. I'm going to take the same photo from the same angle, and that looks a lot more natural than it did a minute ago. So once again, let me show you guys the before and after. So here's the photo that I've taken with the 12 millimeters, and here's another picture that I've taken on about 24 to 36 millimeters. It's a lot more different. And I've brought a red Jeep with me. Now watch what happens if I change the Jeep from red to black. So now that I've got a banged up black Jeep, let me take a photo. I'm going to take a photo from this angle. There you go, and that already changes the scene and how it looks. Now let me take another one, zoomed in a little bit more, and then from a different angle. Absolutely amazing. And as you can see, that you can change an image very easily by using props that you used to play with as a kid. This was my first photography video. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And for this week, there's only one more thing left for me to say, which is make love to the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit that bell button to be the first to be notified when I drop in a video. And until next time, doei!